How you doing? Guess what? Guess what I'm doing? I'm going for a ride, and I'm going to tell you all about my FTR. Yeah, I've had the FTR for 2 years now. Done just over 20,000 kilometers on it. I reckon I can give you my opinions on what it's like to own as a daily rider, as a commuter, as a tourer, as a off-road beast, as a wheelie machine, all that good stuff. Yeah, so come on, let's jump on the bike. Let's go for a ride, and I'll share my thoughts about the FTR and my biggest regret. So come on, let's go. Oh, so yeah, 2 years, 20,000 Ks and 190. Oh, it's been incredible. 20,000 amazing kilometers on the bike, pretty much trouble-free motoring the entire time. I've had the opportunity to use the FTR as a tourer, as an off-road bike. I've done a little bit of gravel, some tracks, some river crossings. But for the most part, she has been just an around-town commuter. Yep, I go and get my groceries on the FTR. It's a fucking great bike for it, I tell you. And you know, the things I love about it the most, just too much to list. It's an amazing bike. You know, there are definitely some cons to owning the FTR. It's not the perfect bike, but I don't think any bike is. That's why you own several. I didn't want to keep searching for a different bike. You know, we're great for one purpose, but not great for the other. You know, I've had a couple of Harleys, a GSX 1200, BMW adventure bike. And I kind of wanted something that ticked all the boxes, and the FTR definitely has done that. You know, it's just a fun bike to have every day that I ride. It's always just a fun experience. It's a very nimble bike, very powerful, obviously, and the looks that this bike gets, man. Oh, the attention. She's a head turner. It's been great owning the FTR. You know, I wanted a bike I knew would be reliable, that I knew would be solid, that I knew I could have a lot of fun on. Indian, you know, good name, and with a parent company like Polaris, I knew it was going to be a good bike. Let's just filter up on through here. Oh, look, you know, this bike can be whatever you want it to be. It can be the ultimate hooligan bike. You know, if that's your thing, man, if you want to get on it and just rip, bike that feels like it's just going to take off from you every time you get on it, then yeah, definitely the FTR. She's a great one for that. The maneuverability of the bike is just, oh, on point. Suspension's great. Brakes, oh man, brakes are phenomenal on this. I mean, check this out. Fuck! Yeah, that happened, and I tell you what, if it wasn't Brim Bros up front, it would have been a whole different story, I tell you. That's about as close as I ever want to get to an oncoming four-wheel drive. And look, I just love how the FTR gets through traffic. There's always plenty of power on tap. It's a great bike out on the motorway. It will sit all day. It's comfortable. It's a really comfortable bike, especially motorway cruising. I've done a lot of big trips on this. I've done 600-kilometer round trip one day. My partner and I did a 1,080-kilometer trip at the start of this year, and hey, you can actually check out the videos right up about here. I'll put in a link. Go check that out. So if you're interested in the FTR as a touring bike, I can definitely recommend it. I strapped about 40 kilograms camping gear to the back of the bike, and it didn't make a lick of difference to the handling of the performance at all. Well, we're going to head in here back to where I did my first video a while back. What can I say about the bike? Has everything you want. Has the crazy looking pipes, has the trellis frame, has the inverted forks, has carbon fiber, has the look, absolutely, you know, and it's a stunning looking bike. It's what attracted me to the bike in the first place. I'm going to be making a few changes to the bike later in the year, so a tuner will be going with it. I'm thinking about going to a toast low mount because I really love the look of the exposed swing arm. I will be, of course, relocating the license plate. Going to get a Naked Racer relocation mount. and just a few other bits and pieces. I'd love to change the hoses, update all that, and put as much carbon fiber as I can get on it. So yeah, that's all coming in the future. I do actually want to talk about a couple of the cons of the bike. The first being this here. Okay, this leads to here. There's your gas tank. Filling it is a pain in the ass. Right, when it comes to choice of tyre, which is something that's a bit of an issue with these ones. Just you're very limited as to what tyre you can run on these bikes. And my biggest regret about the FTR, well, about owning the FTR, I guess, is not getting a tune done. As they are factory, they have a few glitches. Now, fueling is one of them, surging issues, which is all down to fueling and the RPM range. Now, a tuner from Lloyd's Garage or the PV3 fuel moto updates do get rid of that. It makes it a whole different bike apparently, so that is my biggest regret, is not getting a tuner done. Now, I did remove the catalytic converter, as you can see in this video here. Now, I did later on put it back on. I removed the baffles, but without the catalytic converter, you really notice the fuel surging, so I ended up putting the catalytic converter back on because I just didn't want to run it that way without a tune. My biggest regret is not getting a tuner done, which obviously can be rectified and will be later on this year. Yeah. So overall, fantastic bike. Really can't say much else about it other than if you're thinking about getting an FTR, definitely grab one. If you're a taller dude like me and you like the bigger bike, the first gen FTRs are fantastic. Second gen are also great, don't get me wrong. Am I happy with the FTR? 2 years, 20,000 Ks. Yeah, I'm absolutely in love with the FTR still. It's a great bike. It's gotten me so many places and it's just given me so many experiences which I've never had on another motorbike before. This is, the bike for me. Is it the bike for you? Only one way to find out. Go out and test ride one, get on one. You'll absolutely love it. If you're a beginner, probably not so much. I wouldn't really recommend it for a beginner. It's more of an intermediate to advanced motorbike, especially if you want to truly have fun on it. So that's about it for me. Really appreciate you tuning in and listening to me babble on about this gorgeous little bike. And if you really did like it and you feel like supporting the channel, don't forget to give us a like. Feel free to subscribe and hit that little bell to get notified of new videos coming up. There'll be a lot more videos about the FTR coming up in the future, so stay tuned and stay safe out there, peoples.